you gonna do with that dessert?
Oh, well, I'm doing this one-handed. I took my thing down that was hanging on my window there the other day because it was getting on my nerves, so I just took it down for now. So welcome. It is Tuesday morning. Just dropped the kids off at school. I'm gonna go home and I got a little bit of cleaning to do, and then I have to pick the kids up early, and then I gotta run back out for report cards later on. I think I picked the kids up for 3 and report cards are at 5, so I'm just gonna take it easy today. I've had a bad headache for the last 2 days, probably due to stress. Everybody's stressing me the hell out, and the time change and all that stuff, so that's what's been going on. I haven't vlogged very much. I didn't vlog at all yesterday. We were gone most of the day, and then when I got back I just made some fajitas for supper and just chilled for the rest of the night. My check engine light is still on, which I'm gonna have to call about, see what's going on with that, because in reality it shouldn't be on. It's a brand new vehicle. Well, it's a 2017, but you know, anyways, it's not like it's used and abused, so I'll have to go get that checked, see what's going on. And my mom was talking about maybe going back to the camp today, get some, I don't know what she wanted to do, but usually by now the sap is running and we're collecting and stuff like that, but my dad hasn't even tapped the trees yet, so I don't know what's going on. Eventually I'll go back, but I just don't feel like it today. I was gonna bake some bread, but I don't think I have enough yeast. I'm gonna have to pick some up, so that's out of the question. I have still a loaf left, plus I have a bunch of like the store-bought ones in the deep freeze, but I don't know. I prefer the homemade stuff for breakfast and stuff like that, so I want to clean out my spice cupboard because that's like all disorganized and driving me crazy. And yeah, I'm just gonna clean up. The house is clean. I just want to declutter certain little sections and that. If I think to pick up the camera, I'll show you guys. If not, well, I'll try to get some kind of video together for you. Anyways, I'm almost home and my head is just like throbbing, so I'm gonna go take some Advil and get that spice cupboard clean. I might go for a nice hot bath after. I don't know. I might just go lay down. I'm not one to lay down and nap during the day, but sometimes you just need to. Anyways, I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright, kids gotta be picked up in 15 minutes. I think I've got time to make it out, hopefully. If not, I'll just have to wait for a few minutes. But I think it only takes about 5 minutes to get down the hill anyways. Oh, I'm itchy. So, before this clip, I showed you guys my spice cupboard. And to be honest, I didn't do anything today. I had a bath. I cleared out the spice cabinet. I just didn't put anything back. I just went through a little bit of it, and there's some stuff that I'm gonna throw out that's no more good, and there's some empty like jars and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep the glass ones, and I think I'm gonna get rid of the plastic ones. I'm not sure. I might put them away and keep them to store like seeds when I plant my garden and stuff like that, because I do have a couple like banana peppers in a brown bag. And yeah, so anyways, I don't know. I'll decide what I'm gonna do when I get home. It's just, I've said it before, I'm the type of person that I hate when things are going on. Like today, Riley had school, but he's done an hour early. So it was just kind of like anticipating or awaiting, you know. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's freaking weird, but it's just the way that it is. And then after I get home with Riley, I have to, well, it's only 3 o'clock, but I gotta make him some supper. And then I think he's coming out with me to pick up his report cards. My appointment with them is at 5. So I'll have like 2 hours, like, I don't know, about 2 hours, a little less than 2 hours to get some stuff done. I'm really going to try to just at least get the spice cupboard done so I didn't do like absolutely nothing. But you know, my mom asked me if I wanted to go to town with her, take a spin for some coffees, but my head was really sore and I just didn't feel like it, so I told her no. I've just been kind of watching movies all day, and that's not something that I usually do. I'll watch like some of my people here on YouTube that I watch, but I'm not one for movies. But recently I've been starting to watch some movies, some scary ones and some comedies. But it's just, I find sitting watching a movie all day just kind of drains me, so it's not something that I do too often. So like, I don't know if I mentioned that, but last night we had fajitas for supper. I'm just reheating the chicken and peppers and all that mixture. I'm going to reheat that and make some rice. Oh, it looked like somebody got stuck on the hill and walked. Must have been the neighbors. Anyways, kids are done in 10 minutes now. I'm gonna stop my yapping and get down here. Tomorrow, the kids go to school like the regular time. My brother-in-law it's his day to pick them up. And then Thursday, they don't have school. There's some kind of like volleyball tournament going on. So they don't have school. I'm sorry for all the bouncing around. It's hard to hold the phone up, not bounce around. And then Friday they go their regular time. And this weekend we're probably going to be going back to the camp. I know one of these days it's going to be +8. Right now it's -2. And I don't even have my coat on, so it's nice. I find it's nice. Yeah, so one of these days it's going to be +8, which is going to be awesome because it's going to melt and it's supposed to rain and all that stuff. So I'll try to get out and get my driveway. It's pretty well done. My dad come over with the snowblower and his plow and stuff, but I just want to kind of get it widened out and try to get some of the snow out of my driveway, because once it starts melting it's going to be nothing but freaking water, and then at night it's going to freeze and it's just going to be a big mess. So anyways, I'm almost at the bottom. I'm going to put you guys away because obviously you're not supposed to be vlogging and driving. And I'll bring you guys back out when I'm home and I'll show you guys the progress that I made on the spice cupboard. Alright, so it is 8 p.m. Obviously, I like to do stuff at night, apparently. I didn't get very much done today, so I figured I might as well at least get this shelf done. Up here is all the glass stuff, jars and stuff like that. And there's a couple here that are empty as well. You guys are blurry. There. Down here I'm going to put the spices that I use all the time, and then up there in that empty space up there I'm going to put this and the coffee back. This is just some random stuff. I don't even know if I'm going to ever like use any of it. The next time that I clean this out, if I haven't used it, I will chuck it. But this is some buffalo seasoning. Then there's mussel seasoning. A little pack of taco seasoning, which obviously that will get used. chicken tinga seasoning, a la King. I've had that forever. This is chipotle taco sauce. I don't think we like these gravies, to be quite honest. I'm pretty sure I tried it and it was nasty. And then that sauce, and then back here is some banana pepper seeds and some dill seeds from the stuff that I grew. And then this is breadcrumbs, and this is breadcrumbs. And I just throw the little packs of honey in there. I'll probably, no, I won't put that in there just in case it leaks. And then over here, this was this missing bottle. I don't know if you guys watched my vlog a little while back. It was just kind of like missing. I didn't know where it was, but honestly, I think I would prefer this one because this one here, these bottles, I have some for the mayonnaise and that, and whenever they get wet, the block comes off on your hands, on your fingers, so. Alright, this is the pile of stuff that I'm going to end up chucking. I don't really like to throw these things away, but there's so many jars and stuff that I can do it, so. There's just some plastic. I'm trying to get rid of some of the plastic stuff. This was garlic plus. And this was garlic. And this was parsley. Like, I mean, I should keep them just, especially in the summer when I'm growing stuff like that. I could fill them up, but I don't know. This was full of pepper. I ended up putting the pepper all in here. And I had a bag of pepper, kind of like this, that I ended up just putting in a little mason jar to get rid of these little bags. This was a Walmart brand of mac and cheese. It's probably disgusting, and it just feels weird, so I'm going to chuck that in the garbage. This was Dehydrated Pickles. I could probably grind those up and make like a powder, pickle powder, but I'm just... I don't feel like it, so. The one thing that I've dehydrated that hasn't turned out to my liking, that I just find kind of nasty, is mushrooms. They have the worst smell. It's like I don't know how to describe it. If you were to, honestly, I can't describe it. It's not something that's appealing to me, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out. These were dehydrated mushrooms. I know you guys are blurry, and this was like mushroom powder. So, and then this was just one of these like dollar store spice blends. They're kind of wet, like they're not coming down easily, so I'm just going to go ahead and chuck them. And then this is all the stuff that I'm keeping. Let me see if I can focus here. Come on, you can do it. There. This is garlic that I dehydrated. It obviously didn't dehydrate completely properly. It's a little sticky compared to this one here that I did, which is awesome. So I think I paid $2. I got a ton of garlic. I ended up getting this container full. And then in the fridge, I have 2 containers like this. One has whole cloves, and the other one has like chopped up garlic. She's getting ready for bed soon. Well, he's got food, so. So yeah, I ended up, that was a good deal for $2, filling that up, and then 2 of these jars. This jar's got peppercorn in it. Oh, I'm getting frustrated. Anyways, I keep having to pause the video. But anyways, I got these at the Dollarama. I don't know. I think they were $1 each. So I grabbed a paprika, oregano leaves, onion powder, because that was something that we don't have. I used to have a lot of it when I had my dehydrator, but some parsley. And I think that was it that I had grabbed for that. Okay, so I getting so distracted by everything. Celery seed, which, I mean, whatever. If you guys were with me since the beginning, way back when I had a dehydrator before it broke for the second time and I got fed up and chucked it, I used to do a lot of dehydrating. Especially when we had like the garden and I would buy things from like the local market and stuff like that. I did a lot of dehydrating. That's why there's a lot of like some of it's left over from that. But I remember at some point I bought a case of celery and I dehydrated it, and I even kept the celery tops, dehydrated those, and grinded them up. This is peppers, what's left of some peppers. These were lemons, which those turned out pretty awesome. And then this is like lemon powder. This stuff here is a little more dry than the stuff at the bottom. I just kind of put them all in the one, but when I'm making like iced tea and stuff like that, I'll use that, or a slice of lemon. These, it says oregano, but it's parsley. I got my yeast. And then these little things I don't really use. I had basil in one of these bags and I just ended up putting it in one of these little plastic containers. But these little things here came on like a spice rack. This is curry, thyme, and cream of tartar. I don't really use them. Usually recipes will call for cream of tartar and I won't even realize that I have it, so I usually skip those recipes. And then, of course, the Montreal steak spice, mustard seed. These are dehydrated tomatoes that I did a while back. I don't quite know what I'm going to use those for, so those might possibly get thrown out eventually. I did dehydrate a bunch of tomato and grind it up into a powder just to add to like spaghetti sauces and stuff like that. I thought this had kale in it. It did once upon a time, but I'll have to wash that out. This, when we had went on a trip in September. We ended up going to a bulk barn and I grabbed some of this like mac and cheese sauce. There's very little of it left. I got some crushed chili peppers back here. This is, I buy the dehydrated vegetables, and that is, I just filled up this big thing full of it, and then I got my Himalayan salt and pepper back there, and this is some pickling spices. So this is just stuff that I use kind of like regularly. This stuff here we get to, it's like a chicken soup base. We like to put in like rice and stuff like that. I usually make my own broth, so it's not something that we need. It's just... And up here, I have all these. Back when I was doing reviews and stuff, we were sent a case, or a couple cases of this Herbamare broth. They're bouillon cubes. I just never think to use them. And I got some dehydrated chopped up onions. So I'm going to go and get all this back into the cupboard, and then that's enough rambling for me because it's already been 10 minutes showing you guys my spices. So this is going to go in the garbage. This is what I'm keeping. I'm going to fit back up here as nicely and organized as possible. And then the basket and the coffee will go up onto the second shelf. Alright, so it's 8:30. I just got done doing the cupboard. I'll show you guys that in a second. And then here, I'm working on some dishes. I'm going to give the rest of that chicken to the cats outside. Took a little sink full of stuff to do and those to put away. I got wicked heartburn. Oh. Anyways, this is the stuff that I'm chucking. Yes, I could recycle. Honestly, I don't feel like going through it and washing everything out. I'm chucking it. Usually I recycle. I'm pretty good at that, so. And then this is the cleaned cupboard. I know it took a while to get her done, but it's done. This is all the empty stuff. Coffee, honey, and then back there is the all that bag, you know, gravies and stuff like that that I showed you. And then this is all the stuff that we use. I just left those there, and I just put, kind of try to do like the biggest on the back, tallest, whatever. And I filled up my 2 containers of oil, so it's ready for cooking. So that's that. I think I'm gonna let him buy his lunch tomorrow because I'm just like on a burnout or something. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'll let him buy his lunch, or I'll ask him if he wants to buy his lunch. And tomorrow for supper, I'm gonna make some like pasta and sauce, so I'll have to get that ready because I'm gonna be gone all day and all that fun stuff. So I just gotta get his snack ready for the morning, but I can throw that together when I get up. It's not a big deal. Drink a cup of coffee. And here is my very disorganized menu plan. Now, obviously, last month I had everything all planned out and it was easy peasy. This month, though, it's just been a very hectic month, to say the least. I started off writing like everything that we ate, or like sandwich, for instance, on these days. Monday he didn't have school that week, I don't think. And then we ended up there's a couple days that we ate out, and just, which is bad because, I mean, especially like here. Oh no, he had that for school. We had Houseli, which is Chinese, Saturday night. And then, there was one day here. This was his actual birthday. We went to Pizza Delight for lunch, and then he had McDonald's for supper, and it was just days like that. I hate days like that. I don't mind eating out once in a while, but it's not my favorite thing to do, so. And then here I wrote like at Nan's because he was next door. I don't really write what I eat for lunch because a lot of the times I just kind of skip breakfast, skip lunch, and eat something later at night or whatever. That's just, I know, it's not good, but sometimes I'll eat breakfast, don't get me wrong, but usually it's just coffee. Saturday we had a party to go to, so he ate there. Sunday we had the party, his party, had hot dogs for the party, and oops, I must have erased that, but my sister ended up cooking like breakfast for supper, and I had some of that. And then Monday he had a sandwich for lunch, fajitas. I made fajitas and tacos, and that's why today there was leftover. He had tacos that night, I had fajitas, but I cooked it up like a giant batch of it. Yet today for lunch he had fajitas for lunch, and then there was still the like fajita mixture left over, so I made a stir fry rice with that. And yeah, so that's that. This I'm going to erase because now they have school that day. They had canceled it for a volleyball tournament, but apparently they're hosting that on Saturday. Apparently they missed too many days due to storms this year, so I don't know, whatever. So now there's school on Thursday, which is kind of good because that'll give me a day that I don't have to, I'll just have to bring them in. I'll bring them to school and pick up Riley because my niece has dance on that day, so that's that. Sometimes when my parents bring my niece, they'll pick up Riley and bring him, but I don't imagine they're going to do that this week, so like I said, here tomorrow I'm going to see later if he wants to buy his lunch. I'll just put buy his lunch. I'm going to make some pasta and sauce for supper tomorrow. I might make the sauce tonight. I might just wait and whip it up tomorrow. I don't know. But tomorrow, see, I keep thinking because I'm used to having to wait around at school. But my brother-in-law's hours changed at work. So the days, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I don't have to wait around. I can come straight home when I'm done. So that kind of helps in preparing supper. So I will probably just wait and whip up a sauce tomorrow. I might even cook it in my crock pot pressure cooker over there. I don't know yet. And then I'll just have to, I have to figure it out. Like, there's so much food and meat and stuff in the freezers. I just gotta sit down and figure it out. But I just haven't got around to it. So that's that. Today's vlog is probably very boring, and I'm sorry about that. It's just one of those days, I guess. Very stressful. Very, very stressful day. Let's see if I can show you guys his, without revealing too much information. Give me a second here, just to hide some of this. Okay, so this is what, French? No. Okay, this is his report card. This was when he was in grade 1. And this is this year. So, obviously, these were the... I know it's in French. He's in French school, so I'll explain to you guys what's what. These were how many days of school there were. Alright, sorry. Sorry, I ran out of space. Anyways, these are the days that he missed, like 1, 5, 1. And these were the amount of days that were in the... I'm trying to think, but I can't... I have a hard time. I can understand French perfectly, but to translate certain things, sometimes I just have, like, brain farts. Kind of like, you know, there's 1, 2, and 3, like, sections of the year, I guess, whatever you call that. This year, he missed 4 and 4.5, and, I mean, there's, if you look at the days, the first, it was fine, 50-50. This one here was 65. This one there was 51. So there was a lot of storm days. The third quarter of the year is, if that makes sense, third quarter. Yeah, anyway, so there's going to be 80 days apparently. Here there was only 71. I don't know what's going on with that. Whatever. Anyways, in French, reading, and you need a 60 to pass. This was all last year's marks. You can see 50, 60, 53. And then this year it's 60, 80, and we're not done yet. So he's improved quite a bit with his French reading. And his writing went from a 50 to a 66. And overall he got a 75 average. And then English, he got 90s. Yeah. And then math, if you can see here, last year he was at a 41. This year he's at a 73. 45, 41, and here he's at an 80 and a 76. Just different types of math, like, oh god, you guys are blurry, sorry, I'm not even paying attention to the camera. Anyways, his marks are going up. Art, art, he got 75. That's like acting art, I guess. And then the other one is kind of like art, like painting and all that type of crap. He got 80. Gym, he got 81. And ethnic culture, religion, I don't frickin' know. He got 87. So overall, he's doing good.